And hello, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say, my fellow time travelers. My name is Planetary, back again for another live stream. For today is Saturday, the 9th of October 2021, where I have actually decided that Saturdays are going to be my time where I'm actually going to just chill, relax, don't play any games, but in fact, be the one that either is creating the game or actually doing some work on some of my video editings or my videos that needs to actually be done. I thought it might be a good time to actually show you what I actually do on the sidelines of my work, other than just doing live stream for games and all kinds of stuff. And also, thank you for single D's for the follow. That's actually very nice of you. Thank you very much for the new follow. But yes, throughout Saturdays, this is going to be the time where I just chill, relax, chat, do some actual game design work or actually work on my videos, and just have a chat with you guys and actually see how you all have been doing throughout your weekdays, and also hopefully if you have plans for the weekend, see what you have been up to throughout this whole entire week. But without further doubt, let's actually get right into it of what I'm actually going to be doing here. Now, I have actually dabbled in some particular things when it comes to game design. Now, I have actually done a little bit of things of game design. I have actually dabbled on some particular projects of mine, and they have actually been gone through Unity. But I decided to think it's time for me to jump ship from Unity and actually decide to work on the Unreal Engine. Now, actually, hang on. Now, before I forgot something that I actually need, because when it comes to game design, like myself, I actually like to actually sketch out some levels. I've actually got one particular level all drawn out, and sometimes if I try and do it with the from my mind, I think I tend to forget how to do it. But first things first, let's actually start a new game. Let's actually start a new game project. Now, mind you, I actually am going to be using the first-person controller. Now, I know most people said that it might be useful to actually do a third-person shooter. Me, I like to use the first-person shooter. So I'm actually going to bring out the first-person shooter, go to next, and we're going to start off with everything on it. Now, before I get myself started... Oh, no! Oops. Right, hang on. Now, before I forget anything, let me just get rid of all that. Yeah, I think I might need to rename that again. I think I didn't actually name the project. Oh dear. Yeah, okay, close that. Don't save that. Bring the Unreal Engine back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I just realized that the Unreal Editor will always spawn up on my right-hand side. So we'll go over here, try again. So games. Next, we will have a first-person shooter. Next, and I forgot to actually name the project. So instead of my project 2, we'll call it Project TT. Oh, if I know how to spell project. So yes, now I'll actually be perfectly clear for you guys. Now I actually do have some work. I do actually have the ideas of this particular project, Project TT. Now, I have actually talked to many people about this particular project, and some of them are actually quite interested about this particular project of what I'm actually doing. Now, I won't actually go into massive details about it, but I will actually tell you bits and pieces of it, because it is very interesting, and it will become more interesting once we actually get to know it. Now, mind you, I am no experienced design, I know a little bit of knowledge about the Unreal Engine, but not to a grand hold that I actually will know how to do it by myself. So I may need some help somewhere along the line to make sure that it does work. But let's actually give it a little bit of a test run. Actually, it works pretty good. Okay, now here's this thing that I'm actually going to tell you guys, and I am going to keep this one. I'm actually going to keep this one a little bit hidden. The reason why, now, Project TT is not going to be somewhat like a 3D. Like, it will have the 3D environments, but the characters and the assets will be 2D. Will be in 2D particles. That's why I got Asprite right here to actually be part of that kind of thing. And a matter of fact, while I'm here, we might as well bring up a new file, because I need to actually, because we're actually going to, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to switch from both Unreal Engine and also yet Aspirite, because I need to work on, actually need to work on something. So I'm actually going to be drawing particular weapons for from Aspirite, so it can actually be ready once it's already done. At least I got it ready to actually be transferred over to Unreal Engine. So, and yes, before you ask, yes, 2D pixel art can actually, the actual 2D pixel art of any asset can actually jump over to Unreal Engine without a problem. Now let's first things first, let's actually change the width and the height. We'll change them to 64 by 64. There we go. Okay, and there we go. We got ourselves a background. Now let's actually get ourselves a new scene. So file, new level. We need a new level. We want it. Do I want a time of day, or do I want an empty level or default? You know what? In Project TT, there is going to be some levels that will require some night scenes. So I have actually tried, so this is something I might need to learn by myself. So for now, we'll go for default, and we'll work on that. Now before I do that, let me actually go grab one of my books that I've actually have some ideas. So I'll be right back. Yeah, here we go. Sorry. So what's going to happen here is I have to actually go through some of the levels, some particular parts of the stage, and I should realize that I need to have some music at some particular point when it comes to the background. So you know what? Let's actually lower the volume here and actually play some music. I should have added some more music. Silly me. If I was actually going to be doing this, I should have actually been a little bit more prepared. But oh well. Now, where's the tutorial stage? No, that's the HUD. Ah, here we go. Alright. I have to remember carefully that I have to actually make sure that I do make this particular level correct at some point. Okay, so if I remember... Ah, here we go, yeah. So it was hold Alt, and you can actually get a duplicate of it, which is a good thing. Oh, hang on. Now here's a big question: do I still have my tools? Do I still have my assets? That's the big question. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me have a look. I think I still do. Luckily, I have actually put everything in Google Drive. Otherwise, if I didn't, oh boy, that would have been a big, massive issue. Nope, not supposed to see that. Okay. Well, we'll do the normal thing. Google Drive. Let's have a look. Yeah, Google Drive I'm already signed in. Let's have a look. Did I? Yep, I still do. Okay, good. So we need to grab this one. This is actually one of my works that I have done beforehand. And yes, I know it's a bit off, but hey, sometimes it's actually sometimes it does wonders when you actually do it. So I got that. So that's one of my work. And here we go, the cement. And we'll download that as well. Okay, since now we got both of them downloaded, which it is a requirement for me because I actually like to keep them there. Okay, so what we should do is we'll do the level first. We'll actually design the level first, because at least once we get that all squared away, then we'll be fine. Okay, so let's actually keep going. So 1 and 2. We'll actually keep making some more to make sure we can actually get there. Now mind you, I will be doing this for a good 2 hours from now for this week, but probably next Saturday, if possible, I might do 4 hours to actually do more work to it. It's just the fact that I wasn't actually more prepared and actually wasn't aware of it. So This is pretty good. Play. Okay. So we got a character here. We have, so the level is actually pretty good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Then we want one more. Then we want the character to turn right. We want the player to go right and actually see where the character where in the tutorial level one of the enemies is one of the areas is actually going to be Hunter. Now, mind you, I will do the levels first. The levels will have to come first. Then the coding will come next, because then I'll be doing the coding on the sidelines, like on my spare time, because I don't know coding, and if if anyone decides if there's any game designers or coders that decide to pop up, that would be actually quite nice. I actually would like to learn a little bit more. I actually would like to improve on Unreal Engine without a doubt. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's make one more, and there we go. Okay, so we got 5. So we got 5 there. So let's actually, which that is long enough. That is actually quite long enough for our characters, or character for the moment. And then we just need to, ow, hello, leg cramp. Why are you becoming a pain all of a sudden? Don't know why you're doing that right now, but sure as hell shouldn't be happening at all. Okay, let's see. Actually, okay, let's go over here. Okay, we'll put that there. Actually, hang on, give me a sec, ladies and gentlemen. I think I cannot stand silence for a very good second. I should have actually brought a little bit of music so people can actually have a listen and actually just listen while I'm actually talking at some point. I should have actually done that. Why didn't I? A bit of a dumbass at some point, but hey, well, sometimes I have to actually pay attention. Just sometimes it's best to get some things. Nah, okay. You know what? We'll go some peaceful music. Let's actually go to get something. Most popular. Yeah, you know what? We'll grab this. Give me that. Thank you. That. Because why not? We need some music. We need to have some music at some point. And we can't just leave it like that. Alright, there we go. Okay. I should have done this a little bit. I should have actually done that. Oh dear. Alright, so let's actually go find some... Let's actually add some music. Yep. Add some music again. That one and that one. At least I'll be entertaining you guys with a little bit of music, just to keep you guys a little bit entertained, because why not? It's no point of actually doing this in absolute silence. It's not very nice, really. Just make sure we put the volume down just a little bit, so you guys can actually hear me and not the music over the top of me. Okay. Fade in, fade out. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's much more better. There. At least now we got some music to actually listen to and just chill, relax, and just have a little bit of fun. And yes, I know, I'm more of a retro geek, because why not? Oops. Because retro is my style. I like retro music. It's actually quite nice. Because why not? But at least it will actually keep me soothed and actually understanding that there is some particular music that we can actually listen to without a doubt. And the last one, Mind Over Body. There we go. Sorry, I know you guys wanted to hear me talk, and do some work, but it's best to have some music like playing at the background so you guys can actually not hear me rambling. And plus, it would be best to have some music like this to actually just have a little bit of fun and just listen to as well. Because why not? And I know I'm gonna get hit hard for this, but hey, I'm not looking to get something out of it, but I'm just happy to make some music. I'm just happy to listen to some music while doing some work. Like, why not? Like, it's best to have some music to actually listen to. Like, why not? Alright, since now we got that all squared away, and we got that all sorted with all the music, now we can actually listen. Now we can actually do some work. I should have actually done this a little bit earlier. Unfortunately not. Yeah. Oh wait, no. That is something that we should actually leave it for later. There we go. I've caught 3 of your streams in a row. I'm on a roll. Yes, you have indeed, Ryan J. Man. Welcome aboard to the live stream. And this particular live stream is actually more of a chill, relaxed kind of moment there, Ryan J. Man. No gameplay this time. Just simple working on the game design this time. Because it's time for me to actually do some work on the actual project. I need to actually initiate my idea more promptly, otherwise I won't be able to get anywhere with it. Because Project TT is something that I hold dear to, and the funny thing about it, the origin of Project TT is because of Project TT is actually my 3 Persona characters. What are you working on? I'm actually working on the project name Project TT. Don't know what happened there. But yes, Project TT is actually a classical first-person shooter. So think of it like Doom, the original one, and also yet Wolfenstein 3D, and the most recent ones, Project Warlock and Iron Fury. All of them have 3D environments, but with 2D sprites. That's what I'm focusing on. Okay, now let's actually make this one, and okay, here we go. Now we need to make this one. Nope. Oh, what did I do? Okay, lesson learned. Don't do that again. Okay. No. Here we go. Now we just want to do this. We want the size of length to be big, so we want this to be bigger, because this is where one of the characters named Hunter will actually be coming into play, because this is a tutorial level. So it's a first-person shooter. Yes, a first-person shooter with 2D sprites and 3D environments, pretty much. Oh, now Ryan J, man, this is actually going to be a bit of an interest for you. You know my 3 personas that I normally portray as when I do my TikTok videos, yeah? You know, Insomni, Hunter, and Planetary, yeah? I'll actually wait for you to actually respond for this one, because this one will be very interesting. Okay, so we got that. Now we got a big area. Actually, we might need to make it a little bit bigger. We want it to be a little bit more bigger to indicate this is a battle zone, like a battle or area. So make it just a little bit bigger. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we got that. This will be a tutorial level. This will be a tutorial section for Hunter. Oh, so this game is about them. That's pretty cool. Yes, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole idea of it. Like, that's what I actually wanted to do. Is to actually let it have its, like, give it its own fun. Cancel. Actually, no, not fade in, fade out. Action, play, overlap, loop, loop and stop. Okay, I probably should have done that. So loop and stop, loop and stop, loop and stop, and loop and stop. There we go. So just in case, so I don't have to keep on changing music every now and then. There we go. So yeah, Ryan J. Man, this game is basically about all the three characters. Basically all three of them. Because the funny thing is, I'll actually tell you the story, the origin story of how they became became a game idea. So I'll actually tell you a story for almost everyone, whoever is watching this on the live stream or post stream. Project TT is basically an idea of combining the two. Because when I was actually doing one of the funniest scenes of the three brothers, that it was basically about them going up against Lady Democles. And I actually had a bit of a giggle because I was playing all three of them and I was having a fun time doing so. So when I was actually looking at one of my videos of Lady Democles, of the three brothers going up Lady D, I was actually playing Project Warlock. And while I was playing Project Warlock and watching one of my one of my three brothers videos, it suddenly snaps and thinking, wait, why not I do a first-person shooter with all the three characters in there? But I have to actually give them different traits, like don't make them as the same thing, give them something different, make them more worth it and more different than any other classical FPS shooters that you normally see on a day-to-day basis, or any first-person shooter. So that's how the three brothers now became part of the game idea. They are now something that is going to be interesting. Because you have... So I'll actually dab a little bit in the idea. Planetary is going to be your precision. He's actually more precise. He will aim for any demons in any kind of direction. So make sure they can actually get it. Hunter is the tank. So he will actually able to take the damage, but he will deal the damage. So he's your big brute guy, that's for sure. And then you got Insomni. Insomni is one of the weakest ones, but he can get the job done by being stealth. Stealth is his main go-to feature, and he will actually use stealth over brute force. That's why Planetary and Hunter will be the go-to man, but there will be some stealth section that Insomni is a requirement to actually get by. So that's how these three characters are now part of the game idea and in absolute inspiration of it. And they are, but the story of it is actually going to be very hard to actually do because the story is something that I have to write out. Alright, so now you got an idea of what Project TT is all about, which TT is is also known as the Troublesome Trio. So the three brothers are now known as the Troublesome Trio. Is it alt? Yeah, there we go. It's alt. Okay, I have to remember that. So that's how the three brothers came to life. Okay, so we got that. Now we just need to... Actually, we'll keep doing that. We'll duplicate it a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just like that, yeah. That's really cool, man. That you're making this idea a reality. Yes, I am making this idea the reality. It's just making sure that I could actually... it's actually making sure that I can actually write the whole entire storyline out of it. I already got the voice actors for it. You got myself who's playing as Planetary, and I got Joel Gogo who's going to be playing as Insomni, and his mate Dren Hadamara that will play as Hunter. Now let's actually switch up the music. There we go. Ah, nice peaceful music right there. Yeah, nice, very nice peaceful music. A great way to actually, a great way to actually listen while doing some work. It's a nice peaceful melody, but I'm not quite sure if I'm actually gonna get. Hopefully, I'm not actually getting bombarded by Twitch saying that I'm actually breaking something. Hopefully, I do not. Now I think of it, I actually want to make sure that I'm not actually doing any issues. So let's have a look at Twitch at the moment. Oh, I'm actually still doing live. Okay, that's actually pretty good. It's nice to know that I'm still live and not getting bombarded by copyright laws just yet, which hopefully that doesn't become a thing. All right, so far we only got the first section where Planetary, Hunter, and Insomni are just going through this section. This big area right here, big area right here that I'm showing right now, is one of the segments that Hunter will actually pop up and will destroy enemies at this point. So now we're actually doing a bit of a transition. So like this, and a couple more. Yep, there we go. Oop, I have to remember, shift in here doesn't mean speed up. Shift in here means slow the fuck down or stop. Alright, now, let's actually get some work here. Now we'll move it across here. Now I'm just doing the basic floor work first, so I can actually get a layout of the map. Then we'll do the walls to actually add the boundaries to it, to make sure that the players don't fall right off. And we'll add some cubes there to actually indicate that there is some things that are actually going to be in there. And yes, in the very first game of the Troublesome Trio, demons are actually going to pop out into a fictional city called Borrow Creek. A fictional Australia country called Borrow Creek, which is going to be quite interesting. Oh fuck! I hate this. I normally hate this. I'd rather get it pixel perfect, but goddamn, you're not making it easy for me. This is a problem when it comes to level design. You have to make sure it is perfect. Okay, now let's actually get those three here, and we'll duplicate that. There we go. Just a little bit. There we go. All right. Now this one particular segment is actually going to be big in length, and also yet big in height. So once we actually get the level structure done, then we'll get the boundaries. So this segment. So I'll grab this. And what we're going to do is we're going to stretch this out. Stretch it out this way for a bit. And bring it out. Because this is actually going to be a stealth segment. This is actually the supermarket. Actually, no, supermarket's not that big. Hang on. Let me shrink that down just a little bit. Just a smidge. There we go. Okay, so like that. And then we'll expand it out just like that. There we go. Move it across. And we have this part right here as the beginning. Now, this big area right here is the segment of where Insomni is actually coming in. Insomni is the stealth. So Insomni is more reliant on stealth and objects that he needs to hide from. So I'll actually make sure to add some cubes there to actually indicate that there is some objects that he can hide behind. So what he and the brothers have to do is start from here. Box is going to be right here to actually indicate like this would be the maintenance area. So it will be walled off until they reach up to here. Cutscene will actually pop up here, showing it going straight to here, where the hell spotters will actually pop up, walking around looking for any stragglers. Then one of the random civilian, is actually hiding behind one of the boxes and actually think they can actually make a run for it. Trying to run to the end. So he's from the middle. He's trying to run to this particular area right here, the end. But ends up getting caught by the hell seekers and end up being dragged down to hell. You get the idea? Because that's the whole idea that I'm actually thinking of at the moment when it comes to those particular things. Alright, now let's actually grab grab these right there, and then we'll duplicate it and move it to the side. So right there, put it right there. There's your ending. There's your end. Like that actually will tell you that's the end of the stealth section. But there will be some level where the start is also the end of the level as well. End of the stealth segment, just to actually make the player a bit more aware of where to walk around, and also yet how to get back a little bit easily. Oh, but yeah, it's actually quite interesting. Alright, let's actually look at this. Let's actually keep looking. Okay, now where was I? Where was I up to? Sorry, I'm actually looking back at my book to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, it's actually doing alright. So we need to actually add a couple more things to it. So, let's actually grab this particular segment right here. So 1, 2, and 3. Duplicate that and drag it up here. Let's actually line that up. There we go. Oh, not lined up, it's actually off center just a bit. There we go, now that's much more better. Now I've always actually make sure I made my own story, characters and lore once. There were simple battle drawings with stick figures people that turned into a proper story. Plus I can't draw actual people well. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I had the exact same issue as well. I cannot draw for the life of me. But I do know how to draw pixel art. Well, just a bit. I know how to draw pixel art just a little bit. But we'll save that for a little bit later. Actually, no. You know what? We'll actually do that now to actually show you what I mean. So let's actually bring up one of the most easy. Let's actually bring up a gun. Because in this particular level, in this particular game, we are looking for guns to actually draw up. So you know what? Let's actually look up for something of a reference. So M1911. Here we go. All right, one of the easiest ones. Now I can actually draw this one without a single problem because it's very simple. So what I'm going to do, I'll actually bring that across to the right onto the other screen so I can actually look back and forth for the reference and actually get an idea of what needs to be done. All right, let's change up the music a little bit, shall we? All right. Now I can actually get rid of those things. Oh, that's so soothing. All right. Now I actually won't be seeing the chat for a little bit because I'm actually going to be looking over stuff. So let's actually get one of those things. Okay, so we've got a pistol. Okay, so first things first, let's actually get a white background. Drop there we go. And then let's start off a new scene. Okay? Now, a fun thing about pixel art is something very interesting. Now, I'm actually going to do this verbatim. I'll try to do it verbatim, but I'll make sure that I can get it right. Now, first things first, let's actually get rid of these things. Here we go. No, that's not what I want. Okay, hang on. How can I get all of it? I want to drag all of them. Or can I? Nah, okay. No! Control Z. Nah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so you know what? First things first, let's actually make sure we do get the palette that we're after. So let me deselect that, and let's actually do what we got to do first. So let's get the base. So what we're going to do is we're going to go... Oh, not do that. I forgot I'm not using pencil. Okay, there we go. Alright. So... Actually, no. We'll go pencil. We'll go pencil drawing first. Make it a little bit easier. Drag it down to 1. Because we want that. We actually do want it on 1. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the handle. Handle is going to be the easiest one to deal with. Because handles are actually somewhat fun. So let's actually do that. So we'll do it across. So 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, so let me do this. So click here. And once you got that, hold shift. Okay? Hold shift and you'll be able to draw a straight line without a problem. Okay? But we have to remember, some handles are not so straight, so we might need to add a little bit of a crook right here. There we go. now since we got that, now we have to actually make sure we can actually draw all the way up. So draw this little handle right here, right up to the point of here. Might not be my best work, but hey, at least we're getting somewhere. Okay, now realize, now I'm not actually going to be, so now I've just realized, so probably a little bit up here. There we go. Now we'll do the actual base work of the thing first. So now we just make sure we go up here, and then we'll actually go here. Actually, no, we might need to go a little bit further because the hammer, because the gun, because I remember the gun handle is a little bit off to the right. Okay, so I think that should do it. Yeah, I think that should do it. Okay. Well, first things first, let's actually deal with the handle. The handle needs to be done first. The handle isn't actually the most important thing. So let's get the handle sorted. Alright, connect that. Oh no, actually I stuffed up. Okay, give me a sec. I think I've done something wrong here. So let's actually do it just basic, okay? So we'll go inwards here, and then we'll go out just a little bit. There we go. There's a handle. Do the exact same thing for this one. So, nah. Just a little bit. Oh, actually no. Actually no. I've actually done. I think I did do it right. Hang on. Probably. Hang on. Let me just. Probably shift it a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yo, Ashes. Hope I'm not late. No, you're not too late, my funky dude. Hello, Joel Gogo. How have you been doing, my dude? It's actually quite good to see you pop up on my live stream, my dude. So far, I'm actually currently working on the actual project of Project TT. So you actually just came in the nick of time. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Jeez. Hang on. You know what? Let me actually show you one of my works that I have done on the that I did for this particular project that I've done before. I just can't remember how I did it before. It's just a lot of, you think, like, goddamn. All right, so let's see. All right, let's bring it up. Okay. Where's actually one of my work that I have done? Where is it? Oh, here we go. This is actually one of the works that I have done beforehand. This is actually the M1911 beforehand with the suppressor and the pistol. Now I've actually did work on some more artworks beforehand, but I might need to actually refresh my might need to refresh my ideas just a little bit to actually get what I was trying to draw. Because I forgot how to. Because I think it's best to actually keep on learning and actually keep drawing as much as you can, for my sake. Because I forgot what it looks like. Okay, so let's try it out. Probably is because I'm actually doing it in the bigger sprite. So actually, you know what? Don't save this. Start a new one. 32 by 32. Because I realized that the gun that I drew was by 32 by 32, not 64 by 64. Which that's a shame, really. I might need to actually go back to learning how to do. Might need to go back and learn the basics of pixel art if I ever do that again. So, all right, shift new. Let's actually get right into it. But anyway, how have you been doing, my funky dude, Joel Gogo? How are you doing, my dude? Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, now, due to the fact now it's 32 by 32, I got enough room. I feel more comfortable because I can actually do this a little bit more easier without any problem. You know what, let's do it by the left side. Let's actually get the handle on the left hand side. So we'll start off at the bottom, and we'll work our way up. So here we go. There's a handle, or part of the handle. Now we have to make sure that the other handle it's just a bit short. Right there. Okay, now we'll actually... Now what we're going to do now... Actually, let's bring up my work. Let's see if I can actually do it verbatim. Let's see. Now, where is it? Where is that work that I've done? Oh, that's my pistol. There we go. Okay, there we go. Ah, yeah, okay. Now I remember. I'll always actually leave a gap. I always leave a black line across to actually indicate, yeah, this part is now done. Now I'll actually make sure I put that there. Now what I'm going to do is actually make it go across here, go up. Now I'm not actually quite done yet. Oh no, a little bit too big. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, that will do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We wanted, so there we go. We got ourselves an even barrel. Now we just need to go all the way. No, now we want to go all the way back, but not too, but just about here. That's where we want it to be. Because what we're going to do now is we now have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. It might not be my best suit of work, but hey, at least I'm trying. At least I'm trying to relearn again. 1, 2. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think I might have done something a little bit wrong. Hang on. Let me fix that up. Okay, so it's actually a little bit higher. So make it a little bit higher. But actually get rid of that. It looks like a fucking Uzi now. Actually, it wasn't that big. It was actually 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Even if I still try to do it, I still get it wrong. Goddamn. Right, there we go. Right, so far so good. We're actually doing pretty well. We actually are doing pretty well. I'm doing great. I'm thinking of doing a stream tomorrow, and this makes me want to do an art stream. Also, I see you still have my little video from Rascal Raskin for the PS1. I think that's what it was called. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, actually, Speed Freaks. Yeah, I still have that. I see what you mean. Yeah, I still have that. I actually still do. I think... yeah, I still do. I still have it. Yeah, actually... Where is it? Where is it? Let's actually bring it up. All right, just for the fun of it, let's actually bring it up.
All of them, you unlock the gold tires, where you can race the tournament again with a crazy amount of speed that you might go through a time slip.
Somewhere in the cartoon verse.
Is it getting bright in here or is it just me?
No, why is the TV getting brighter? Something's coming out. Guys, what's going on? It's coming out!
Social Security now, fuckers.
Oh, that was funny. To be honest, I am still grateful that you have actually made that skit for us for that comedy relief Joel Go-Go, which that was actually very funny indeed. Oh, that still brings me to tears of how funny, of the amount of work that we both put in to make this particular comedy work. Holy smokes. And I'm still laughing at it, to the fact that we've actually put a lot of effort into it. I have no idea what that was, but that was funny. Ryan J. Main, that was actually a combined effort work between me and Joel Go-Go. So a funny story was, me and Joel Go-Go, I was actually doing a video for Speed Freaks, and I had a bit of a skit going on. Like I had several skits going on from my head, thinking, all right, what kind of skits can I do for it? Hello, thank you again for having me in that episode. You're most welcome, Joel Gogo. It was actually definitely fun. It was actually fun as hell to actually have you part of the actual skit. It was actually funny as hell. Which leads me to the question: Is Monty still causing you trouble? Do I have to jump into the toon well to save you from Monty? Or did he leave you at this point? You're good. Okay, let's actually fix this up. I think it's close. No, it's actually not close enough. Actually, let's fix that up. Okay, let's actually bring that in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is actually give it a split. Nah, that's not the split. There we go. That's the split. All right, and then we'll actually give a bit of a silver line. Oh, see what did I do? Like, what kind of, like, how big was it that I did it beforehand? See, now I'm trying to actually do a replica of it, but now I can't even do it. All right, hang on. Let's do a bit of a clean slate here. Let's actually try and do it properly. I think I've done it wrong. God damn it! It's like I know what I wanted to do. It's there. It's just good gravy. How can you actually? It's so painful when you realize that you want to, like, you know what you want to draw, but it's so pain in the ass that you have to keep on retrying. Alright, let's try that again. Let's see what we can do. Nah, not there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we'll make sure we'll do the exact same thing. Okay, now close that off, being part of the handle. Okay, let's actually have a look. Okay. Okay, so it's actually a little bit bigger. So here. God damn it. I know I'm actually being a little bit quiet. I'm actually focusing to make sure that I do get it correctly. Alright, there we go. Alright, close the handle off. Now let's actually try and do this. Now, it had a long barrel, like there, and up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 up. So 6 up. And then it all went back with just a little bit right there. Nah, not there. No, not even close. Hang on, let me just get that. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's what I was after. Okay, so 1, 2. I see what I did wrong. Okay, so let me fix that up. So I had it like that, that, and that. Then I had that all the way to there. Then I stopped it. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's what I was looking for. God damn it. That was a bit of a ball ache. Actually, it might need to be a little bit up higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only got 1. So actually, go across. So go across a little bit more. There we go. All right, now let's fix that up. There we go. That's much more better. But now that means I have to actually fix that up just a little bit. There we go. That's more adjustable. Because if I remember, I have what I did is I did this to actually indicate this is one of the chamber. One part of the chamber. I bought him a nice lunch, then he left. Oh, did he now? Oh, well, at least that's a good thing. At least I don't have to. It's a good thing though. Oh, hello. That he's not causing you any trouble anymore. But I think I still might need to jump into the toon well to make sure that he doesn't cause any more damage. That's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We're almost there. So, now, time for the fun part. Now, I'm actually gonna do... So now, the fun part. Let's give it a bit of a lightish kind of brown for the handle. Actually... Here we go. There we go. Alright. Actually, we'll go for a little bit of darkness. Give it right there. But we'll make sure we give it a little bit of light. So hang on. Let's do this first. Let's get some... No. Well, don't do that. Let's actually make sure we get some things. There we go. Then we'll make sure we go all the way up. We need the high tone. Then we need the value. So there we go, the value. Now we need to make sure we do it for steel as well. So we need to go to the light boost section. There we go. Because most guns are made of steel. So there's our mid. There's our high. And there's our value right there. Okay. Now let's actually get to work. So we'll make sure we put a mid tier there. No. Wait, why am I doing that? Okay, hang on. Let me fix that up. So let's actually draw it in then. Don't know why it's causing so much trouble, but it shouldn't be doing that. There we go. Alright, so let's draw this in first. Let's get the mid tier first. To actually have a little bit of something. To give it a little bit of value first. Mid-tier will come first, then we'll put the highlight and value. Oh no, sorry. Oh, hang on. I did it wrong. I've actually did it wrong. Give me a sec. I've actually done it backwards. Alright, so. I think I'm still missing a few. There we go. Alright, that's something that we're after. Okay. So let's deal with the value first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we get the highlight. Then we get the highlight. Put it right there. I know it might not look like an actual handle, but oh well. At least I'm trying. Doesn't have to try, but hey, it's good to actually pick up where you left off. Still might need a little bit more work. So let's go a little bit higher. There we go. So probably put those there to give it more ground. And then probably make this one go a little bit more darker. There we go. There we go. That's not too bad. Could be worse, but hey, still something to try and get back into. I'll actually make sure I put that there. Due to the fact that it's a bit of a single, so it's easy. Yeah. All right. There's one thing I forgot. One thing I forgot to do is actually the hammer. I've actually missed the hammer. So there we go. Well, it's close to it, but yeah, close enough. Alright, so let's see. Let's actually work on... Let's actually get the steel. Okay, first things first, we'll do the... Actually, we'll need to go a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower to get that kind of garnish steel that we're looking for. And actually highlight those. So let's just get the highlights of these first. Like, no, not the highlights, the actual middle ground, the actual mid-tier of it. Then we'll add something to it. Alright, so highlights. Alright, oops! Nope, that's not how I want it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add a little bit of highlight there, but we're also going to add a little bit of value to it. Actually indicate that there's the top and the bottom there. So actually, did I? Yeah, okay. Now we need a little bit lower. So need to go back to steel. Need to go a little bit lower. There we go. So what I'm going to do is have the gun. So I'm actually going to face the lights downwards, so you can actually see the reflection coming downwards. So what I'm going to do now is actually add the highlights from the top, right up here, and add the value down to the bottom. So right here. So now we got ourselves a bit of a. It's actually coming along pretty nice. It's actually doing all right, but well, hey, I'm no expert artist, so I don't know too much. Yeah, that's pretty good. Need a little bit of highlight there. All right, now let's actually switch it up. Let's actually get the mid tier here. What we're going to do now is actually have a little bit of shading towards it to make sure it looks like an actual gun. To give that kind of feeling, like right there. You can see it now. It's actually coming, like, it's actually popping out just a little bit, don't you think? It's actually popping out, having a little bit of fun, saying, hey, how you doing? It's actually quite nice so far at the moment. Like, it's actually pretty good. It does... But we still need to add a little bit more to it. We need to add a little bit of a value to it. Now that's a good looking firearm. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's switch it up. Let's switch up the music. Oh, actually, no, not that one. There we go. Right, now what I did from the previous... I think what I did from the previous one... Hang on, let me actually bring this up. So what I actually brought, what I did from the previous one, I actually added a little bit of highlight to the bottom left here to give it a little bit of a reflection from the back. But I think I didn't do so well for the barrel and the underneath for it as well. I didn't do pretty well. For the hammer, I had it to the left, so I didn't have it inwards. I had it outwards, so that was a bit of an issue. So let's actually return that back. Let's actually add that there and also add the value to it as well. So give it a little bit of life. So there we go. But not too much of that. Actually no, not that way. 1 and 2. There we go. Alright. So what we need to do now is we need to add the highlights to here. There we go. We got, you see, it's now popping up just a little bit good. It's actually popping out pretty well. And now we have to actually, what we need to do now is actually grab this color right here and put it right there. Because as you see, due to the fact that, yeah, this is mid-tier, we might need, mid-tier will go well with the highlight. But we need to have the mid-tier on the bottom left-hand side for the value, so it doesn't actually make your eyes pop. Alright, so how are we doing so far? Oh yeah, I forgot something. I forgot one crucial part that everything needs. Every gun always needs it. It's actually the trigger. So what we're going to do is we'll actually make a quick, good little trigger. Right there. Might need to make it a little bit wider and a little bit bigger, so probably here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 1 and 2. There we go. We got ourselves a gun here. We actually got ourselves a proper gun. Now, I'm actually going to do something as well. Due to the fact that I got that done, I'm actually going to add a little bit of a suppressor. So let me do a quick suppressor. So 1, 2. Grab that, then do that here. Now I'm actually gonna go one. How did I do that beforehand? Ah, okay. I see what I did. Okay. Might need to make it a little bit smaller or bring it down a little bit. So 1, 2. There we go. And 1, 2. So what I did here for the suppressor is I've actually made it a circle going across. Due to the fact this is... hang on. So let me do something. Nah, that won't work. Okay. Might need to make it a little bit... Might need to bring it down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, there we go. So I need to make sure what I do is I follow the exact same thing. So 1, 1, 2, and 2. 1. No, hang on. 1, 1, 2, and 2. There we go. So we got ourselves a face here. We got a face here for the suppressor. Now, due to the fact that the end is actually just a simple, easy thing, we just need to go 1. No, we just need to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. So we got ourselves a suppressor. We got ourselves a simple suppressor. And now we can actually add the steel. We can actually add something else to it. Now, suppressors are not made of steel. Suppressors actually are made of something else. They actually are made of some black carbon, I think it was. I can't remember. So we need to go look for a different kind of black. So not matte black, not completely black that I have right now. But we need something like this. Something like this. So we got the value. So now we need the mid-tier and the highlights. And we're getting there. And there we go. All right. So let's do the value first. Let's actually get this up and running. We're going to work our way from the bottom up to give that kind of give it that kind of value. So here we go. So there's the bottom. Oops. There's the mid tier. So we're going to be doing that twice for the mid tier. On 2, and then here comes the highlight. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do here is now. I think what I did with my original drawing for the suppressor, I had three lines to go with it to give it that kind of depth to it. So what am I going to do is actually bring that out, and actually what I'm going to do is do 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so due to the fact that we now got that, we just need to delete these particular things right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. And then we just need to add just a straight line right there. There we go. We got ourselves a suppressor. An M1911 with its suppressor. We actually got it. We actually made it pretty good. We actually made a pretty good gun. So let's actually get rid of all the first things first. Let's actually let's actually edit palette size. How did I do this? Preset? Nah, that's already done. Okay. Sort by. Nah, I'm trying to remember how I did it before. Like normal cap, load, save palette as default, save palette as preset, new palette from sprite. There we go. Okay. There we go. We got ourselves. There we go. We actually got ourselves a new palette. So I don't need to worry about that, and I'll actually save that when it comes to it. So save palette. So what we're gonna name this is for M1911. Color palette. Oops. I think I misspelled it. Color palette. There we go. there we go. We actually got ourselves a very good functional weapon. We actually got ourselves a very well-made weapon, don't you think? Now, the reason why I took up pixel art is because I actually like... It's because it's not the fact it's easy. It actually brings me back to what it looks like back in the old school retro games. It actually is quite a feeling to see that these particular things are actually being brought back to modern day games, especially with Project Warlock and also yet Iron Fury. So that's why I'm actually jumping myself into doing pixel art, because I actually enjoy doing that, and that's why I'm hoping if I learn how to do this more properly with pixel art, I might be able to actually integrate it into Unreal Engine. So now we actually got this done. Let's actually control save this, and we'll save this as the IM1911 Insomnia's weapon. Insomnia's weapon. Because this will be the weapon that Insomnia will be using. This is actually one of his go-to weapons. So Joel Gogo, this is your character's weapon, his actual go-to weapon. If you're still watching this, so you actually got Insomnia is a smartass, but he does know how to use his pistol and MP5 somewhere along the line, especially with his knife. So this will be quite interesting for you. Alright, now since we actually got that sorted, I'll actually save the other drawing for next Saturday. So the next Saturday, I'll be trying to redraw the MP5 for Insomnia. So that will be quite interesting. But other than that, let's actually continue on and finish up what we need to do. Let's actually finish up the level. So there we go. Alright, so far so good. We're actually doing pretty well. Okay, there we go. Okay, is it pretty good? Is it lined up? No, it's not lined up. Okay. There we go. Alright. See, this is an issue when it comes to game designing. You just have to... When it comes to something like this, it's just like when you try to overlap something, it actually becomes a huge pain in the ass at some point. Alright, now, I think that should... No, we'll do one more. Actually, no, it shouldn't be that long. Actually, no, we'll do one more. There we go. Okay, so that's long enough. Now, what we're going to do now is actually bring this... We're going to take this here and actually bring it a little bit forward. There we go. Just bring it out just a little bit. Now we just need to grab this one right here. Grab this one right here. And same thing like the store, but a little bit more different. Instead of it being like a very thin block of area, it's actually going to be a little bit more different. So let's actually grab this. So what we're going to do is actually make it a little bit big. Okay, bring it out. There we go. And we'll actually duplicate this, but we'll leave a bit of a gap there because this is where Planetary will come in. Though he doesn't have a gun, he will actually find something to actually throw at it. So a pebble, or a pebble, mind you. A pebble will actually do something to actually smack one of the generators to actually bring it down at some point. Alright, so now we got that. We actually keep it as the same thing. We just actually make it a little bit. We just make it go across, and there we go. Alright. Right, so there we go. We actually got the whole thing right here. This is the whole structure of the level. So we have, actually hang on, now before we do this, we'll make sure we grab one of these things. So grab that, Alt, and move it over here. Now we just need to change the length of it, and we just need to change the length and the width of it. So grab that, make it as a bridge, so shift it to there. There we go. Alright. Oh, God damn it. I hate it when that happens. Oh well, doesn't matter. Alright, there we go. So this is just temporarily for now, just to get across. First things first, let's actually go down and let's actually make this. Yeah, actually, I think I know what I can do. I think I know what I can do. So let's grab this right here and actually put it underneath. Oh no, Control Z. Grab this, put it underneath. So we'll go, drag it down right here. And we'll make this as a bit of a construction work. So, say for instance, this is a big gap right here. Construction work is going. The bridge is up. Like part of the bridge is up because this is a construction site, and they're trying to get across. So what we do now is we'll make that a little bit bigger so it can cover part of it. And there we go. So what we need, we want it to be filling from here to the other side. So grab that. Is it actually underneath it? There we go. Yeah. All right. So it's right there. So just in case if the players fall, just in case if the player fall off, they will actually be able to come right back up. Not a problem. All right. So we've got the structure level all sorted. Now let's actually get to the fun part. Building the fucking walls. Oh, good gravy. This is going to be interesting. All right. So we've got the floors, so let's actually bring in a new cube. Let's bring in something new. Let's bring in the cube. Now these cubes are going to be something for wall boundaries. So make sure the players stay inbound. So we'll bring it here. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so I have it lined up. There we go. Okay. Now we'll make it. Now what we're going to do, we're aiming for height and no. We're looking to make it a little bit longer. So there we go. And higher. So keep it going. There we go. Okay, switch it around. Make it go up just a little bit. Okay, R. Want it to be a little bit longer. There we go. Actually, no. Nearly had it. Okay, let's actually fix that up. Just a little bit longer. There we go. Alright, there we go. That's much more better. Got that all squared away. Well, barely. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now drag it up just a little bit. There we go. Still a little bit off. Okay. I know I might not be able to get it perfectly, but hey, might as well give it a try one more time. No, that's close. Okay, that's close enough. Okay, now now what we need to do is grab this and drag it to the other side. There we go. Now this one we just have to make it a little bit more bigger. We need to make it a little bit wider. There we go. But yeah, how have you guys been doing lately? Like, you have been doing a lot of fun stuff lately, like having a little bit of fun, doing what you enjoy doing, playing games, or actually having a little bit of fun watching videos. Like, how have you been doing, ladies and gentlemen? How have you been doing so far? No, I know I'm actually not talking at the moment a lot lately because I've actually been focusing on this particular thing. But hey, sometimes it's actually quite interesting. Oh, I think I went a little too far. There we go. Okay, there we go. Might need to bring that back just a little bit. There we go. Barely touching it. Oh well. Oh well. Can't be perfect. Not everyone can be perfect though. Alright, we might need to bring in another cube. There we go. Just for now. because all I'm doing now is just building the wall barriers to make sure that the player doesn't actually go careening off the cliff. And trust me, you don't want that to happen. It's one of those common things like, well, my player has actually gone careening off the cliff. Not a very good thing at all. Alright, so we want it to be a little bit higher, and we want it a little bit wider. Just like that. Okay, bring it across. There we go. And up. I think I had it a little bit too high. Oh well, doesn't matter. At least, as long if the barrier is there to make sure that the player doesn't fall off. But you know what, for now, let's actually make sure it does actually work. Oh, alright, so I just need to make sure it's not too long, but it's just fine. So, alright, there we go. We can see the level right over there. We can see it right here. Because this level is supposed to be a very short one, like a very short tutorial, to actually go into details of how Planetary, Insomni, and Hunter work. Because it actually will go into details to make sure that you know how to use the character more efficiently. Now there will be throughout this stealth segment right here, I will actually make sure that there is a wall here before you reach to the end right here. And there's also going to be boxes here, and also yet enemies that will have spotlights to actually find where this particular character is. Because once a character has been spotted, they will be brought back down to. They will actually be captured and be brought down to hell. So instant kill. Continue like you have infinite amount of lives, infinite amount of continues, but you will have to learn how to use the characters more efficiently to make sure that you can actually get across. Which it will be funny. It will actually be interesting. Oh, and Joel Gogo, if you're still watching this is where this game is actually going to be very, very comedic. Because I know we all love our comedy. Now, Ryan J. Mann as well. In this particular game, it's actually going to be very comedic as well. Yo, that's dude cool. That's so cool. Yeah, it is. It is pretty cool as well, mighty funky dude. Now, so just for you, Joel Gogo, due to the fact that you missed the beginning, I'm actually going to be learning how to use Unreal Engine other than using Unity, because Unity is a little bit problematic, because in Unity it does have a visual coding that allows me to actually code without having to type out the code, but I'm actually jumping ship to Unreal Engine to actually do the visual coding a little bit more professionally, because the blueprints and everything that is on there is actually 10 times more better than what Unity has. So I'm jumping ship. So yeah, Joel Gogo. This is where that line where you said, "Leave me and my trusty knife will be coming in," is that actual stealth segment right here. That that mall. And I've actually been writing out the script for level 1, and I think you might enjoy it a little bit more better. It might have a little bit of a giggle out of it. That's for sure. And I'm having a giggle out of it because I'm writing the damn story of it, and I find it very hilarious. Oh man. But yeah. Actually, you know what? Since I've mentioned it, let's actually bring up the story. Let's actually bring up the story. Let's actually show it to you guys, because I think you guys will find it a little bit interesting. So, need to bring the website over here. Need to bring out Twine. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to show you what it looks like. So let's hit play. Alright, so here we go. So here's the story so far, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Troublesome Trio. My name is Mitch, Planetary, the man behind the story making of an upcoming indie game development, an inspiration idea based on my 3 persona that I portray on TikTok, Planetary, Hunter, and Insomni, and all of the classical FPS like Doom, Duke Nukem, Project Warlock, and Iron Fury. The game be different like other FPS on using all of the 3 brothers, the maneuver and the to maneuver around Borrow Creek with a rock, paper, scissors method. With the use of Unreal Engine and the second pixel art style, this game will give you the player the retro feel right at home with awesome action-packed sections and slapstick comedy humor from the brothers and friends. Alright. Now, I've actually gone out of my way to actually give each character some bios. So Ryan J. Man, if you're still here, I'll actually allow you to have a look. This is actually going to be something. So, the middle brother of the three, a gamer geek at heart and practice fighting with his bare hands in boxing to keep himself fit and in fighting shape. Mostly attending game competition, but also indie game showcase showing off his indie game development work. With nothing to do, he stays at home helping his brothers and keeping them out of trouble, especially Insomni. Age 25, occupation beginner indie game developer. Height 6'0", attitude calm and collective and protective. Attire, a black and white bomber jacket with grey undershirt, blue jeans, brown sneakers with black beanie and grey gloves. Health 150, weapon of choice, a tactical assault rifle, a Type 63, a sniper rifle, a carbine 98K, and brass knuckles. Alright, Joel Gogo, here's your character. Insomni bio, the younger brother of the three, always loved wearing his hoodie, hanging around with friends at the streets, going through stores, having a sleight of hand and knack from hiding in plain sight. Except his brother Hunter and Planetary, because Hunter and Planetary will always give Insomni some shit. Occupation, unemployed, theft and look expert. So that's why Insomni is more of more stealth, because he knows how to do these kind of things without being caught, except from Insomni and Hunter. From Planetary and Hunter. Attitude, smartass when cocky with his friends or brothers, scared shitless when up against a horde of demons or ends up getting caught. I should have actually write that in. Attire, a black hoodie with white undershirt, white t-shirt, woolly gloves, black jeans and boots. So he is a stealth character of the bunch. Height 5'9", health 100, weapon of choice M1911 suppressor, MP5 with suppressor, and a K-bar knife. And here's Hunter. Hunter's bio, especially for Dren Hanamura. Hunter's bio, the older brother of the three, being a huggable teddy bear, always protecting his friends and family, and attending community service, just helping people out of kindness, but tends to go way overboard with LARPing, with his paper mache battle axe for the fun of it. Now, with demons running rampant, Hunter rocks with his fire axe, and he's ready to slay one demon at a time. Okay, now, Joel Gogo knows what Hunter is about, because him and Dren Hanamura and myself actually portray as him. We had a bit of a giggle, and we had a bit of a laugh. Now, Ryan J. Man, Hunter is that kind of person that he's a big huggable teddy bear, but if you piss him off, he's more likely gonna bulldoze you the fuck over. That's pretty much what he does. So his age is 27, height is 6'4", occupation a voluntary community service or a LARP teacher. Attitude, carrying towards friends and family with a smart-ass attitude towards Insomni when he is being cocky, over the top while up against demons. Attire, armor green puff jackets with white shirt, camo jeans, beige work boots, grey beanie, green gloves, health 200, weapons of choice, a shotgun, double barrel, light machine gun, Lewis machine gun, and his trusty battle axe. Okay, now Joel Gogo, when you do have the chance, I'll actually do it slow for you. So, when you get the chance, if you end up watching live post stream, I'll hit pause and actually read your line. You'll actually find it very interesting, and I think you'll have a giggle out of it. So let's actually do this. So, Actually, let's do it very slow. So, from okay, now pause here if you want to read this, Joel Go-Go, and then we'll go all the way down from here. But for you, Ryan J, man, I'll actually do it for you. The trio just hanging out at the bar, drinking and having a blast. Well, that's definitely an awesome night. Just the three of us hanging out, chilling. Now, see, this is actually more of the fact that Hunter and Planetary is now picking on Insomnia, because it's one of those kind of sibling love between all three of them, because they love taking the piss out of each other. But Insomnia really loves taking the piss out of the two. Same with Planetary and Hunter. They love taking the piss out of each other. Alright, so I'll leave it to it. But I will actually get onto you, Joel Go-Go, so you can have a look at it more properly. So now everyone actually gets an idea of what the story is all about. They all have the idea of what the Troublesome Trio is all about. And I think once we do the table reading again, I think everyone's going to be pissing themselves laughing. That's for sure. Alright, so far we actually got... So what are we doing? Okay, so we only got the walls so far. So let's actually finish up the walls, and then we'll actually call it a day, because I'm actually past the 1 hour 30 minutes. I'm about to pass the 30-minute marks. But for the next for next Saturday, for sure, I will actually extend it, because I actually enjoy doing this while actually just chilling and relaxing. This is actually 10 times more better when it comes to just chilling and relaxing. Just chatting with everyone, seeing how everyone is doing, that kind of thing. It's actually quite interesting. It's a nice sudden change of pace, just giving you that kind of relief and just thinking, this is just awesome. Alright, oh, yeah, come on. Whoa, where'd you go? Fuck, came at me 100 miles per hour. It's like getting run over by a fucking bulldozer. Oh, that's funny. Right, so we got that part. Now we just need to actually hang on. Now before we do that, we'll actually make sure we'll actually duplicate that and put that there as well, just to make sure we don't actually forget about it. So let's actually make sure that I do finish this up. Let's actually make sure we do finish this level up before we start, because once I actually get the level started, it's off to decoding. And boy oh boy, not many people want to see me doing the coding side of things. But I'll make sure I'll save some of the coding side of things for you guys later, because I know you guys want to see how some particular things work, which will be interesting. I think the most challenging one of them all will be trying to figure out how to change the characters, because I've done it on Unity, but I'm sure as hell don't know how to do it on Unreal Engine. So this is going to be quite a treat. Right, is it close enough? Yeah, that's close enough. That's actually pretty close enough as it is. Like, it's actually pretty good. It's actually doing pretty well. But you know what? It's actually quite nice to just listen and chill. Just listen to some music. Alright, there we go. Let's actually go right in. There we go. I think that should be long enough. Yep, that should do. Okay, that... no, actually, it's close, but not too close. Not really close. Alright, now move it up just a little bit. There we go. That's much more better. That's actually very better. Alright. Now let's grab this and actually duplicate that, and then all we need to do is just actually shrink that down. Just enough to actually act as a barricade. Okay, so let's change this and let's shift it down just a little bit. There we go. Maybe just a little bit more. Just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Fitted like a glove. Because we need to make sure we keep a little bit of a gap there to make sure that we can actually get there. Okay, now we just need to... Oh, hang on. That's a gap. That's a gap there. Alright, now we got that fixed. Because we don't want to have any gaps. We don't want to make sure we don't want the player to actually fall right off the cliff. Because that would be a massive issue with that, is actually watching the player go careening off the cliff. Like, we don't want that to happen. Alright, now let's duplicate that. Put that there. There we go. All sorted. Alright, grab this. And actually make our way across. There we go. I think I might need to actually... Well, luckily it actually does something. It does pretty good for me. Like to keep everything a little bit in order. Alright, pretty good. Ah, there we go. Some funky beats. Some nice funky 8-bit for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Alright, let's move it across. There we go. There we go. Now all we need to do now is actually grab those two here. No, those two. Duplicate that. And there we go. We got ourselves a bit of a box area coming around. We're actually doing pretty good. Now, just all we need to do now is actually just extend this. Get from one side of the wall to the next. So put it the center here. Oh, it's nearly there. There we go. Fuck. You know what? I should have actually done that first. Give it the area. Duplicate this, then actually, well, do the size for it first, then duplicate it. So, something to learn. I should have learned this a little bit sooner. Unfortunately, my brain cannot actually take so much of these things. Alright, now what we're going to do now is actually we're going to duplicate those things and actually bring it in a little bit closer. Let's make sure there's no gaps. Nope, no gaps. Okay, good. So, now let's change it. Now let's drag it. Whoa! What happened? What happened? Yeah, that's right. I've accidentally grabbed something else, not the block itself. Oops. I have to remember that. Don't do that again. All right, now let's extend that just a little bit. All right, now let's actually move it across. Nearly there. We almost got it. We almost had it. Okay, so let's widen it just a little bit. There we go. That's much more better. Alright, now let's see. Is there any gap? No gaps, which that's a good thing. No gaps indeed, because that's what we need to make sure. We make sure we don't have any gaps at all. Just want to make sure that no gaps are left unturned. It looks like it's almost becoming a level as it is, which that's a good thing. Okay, need to make that a little bit bigger. There we go. Well, not too big that it's actually poking across. There we go. That's better. All right. Now we just need to grab this little fella right here, drag that across, duplicate it, and drag it across, and now we got it. Okay, so there we go. Drag it from here. And then all we need to do now is just extend it. Just a little bit. Well, not too big. Alright, there we go. Barely. We almost had it. God love our trial and errors. Now the good thing is, it's about the exact same size, so all we need to do is just drag that out, duplicate it, drag it out, and put it right there. And there we go. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty fun. How things like these are coming along pretty well. It's actually pretty good. Let's see, who else have we got here? I know a lot of people actually came in and actually watching stuff like that. That's pretty awesome. Alright. Alright, so how long do I have left? Okay, you know what, let's actually make sure we actually, you know what, let's make sure we do finish this level, okay, before my 2 hours are up. Because I do want to continue on this, but I have to go somewhere along the line. So unfortunately, I have to give myself a bit of a 2 hour mark somewhere along the line. But hopefully next Saturday I might be able to extend it a little bit more to actually make it a little bit more fun, make it more interesting, or maybe do the live stream a little bit earlier so I can actually extend my time a bit more to make it more fun for you guys, so everyone can actually jump in, interact, and just have a little bit of fun. Because why not? It's interesting, it's awesome, it makes me feel happy knowing that I'm actually entertaining people while doing these kind of things and having a little bit of fun. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel quite joy. Knowing that I'm actually bringing entertainment for you guys, but also yet showing what I'm actually doing behind the scenes. That is such an awesome feeling, such a great feeling to know that, knowing that you're actually doing some great, doing some awesome things. Alright, might need to make it just a little bit bigger. Okay, hang on, let me fix that up. It's almost there. Actually, there we go. Okay, let's actually change it. There we go. Okay, not there yet. Okay, there we go. Okay, even when you said you think you're there, but you're not there just yet. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Now we got it fixed. Which that's a good thing. Alright, now let's actually duplicate this, but this time we need to make it a little bit smaller. We need to shrink it. So duplicate it, shrink, and then drag. Well, not shrink it too much though. We want it to make sure it's actually like that. Just a little bit. There we go, there we go. Alright. Now, here comes the fun part. Now, I have to actually make a building out of this. So what I'm going to do is, due to the fact this is actually going to become a building itself, like the super mall, like the mall is actually not the mall, not the super mall. The supermarket is actually going to be big. I agree with that. I enjoy entertaining people, hence why I enjoyed TikTok. Yeah, which that's a good thing. That is actually a very good thing. Like, you're actually enjoying yourself doing what you want to do on TikTok. Joel Go, my good mate, actually enjoys doing YouTube. He loves making videos. He loves animating. He just loves doing everything. And with me, I actually enjoy doing game reviews as well. I also enjoy doing live stream as well. It's actually 10 times more better. It makes me feel quite joyful to actually do these kind of things for the audience. That's for sure. Because it's always interesting of how many people that you can actually meet online when you're doing Twitch. It's just that kind of feeling, like you feel such happiness that you're doing something. Right, now I have to actually find out how to... This is actually going to be very, very interesting. I have to find a way to actually make a building. Because the last time I did it, I actually did it with cubes. But actually, you know what? We'll save that for later. We'll deal with the building... We will deal with the building a little bit later. Oh my giddy aunt, my English went out the fucking window. That's bad. That is really bad. Funny though. Alright, let's switch up the music, shall we? Let's actually bring in something else. Ah, there we go. That's much better. Oh, actually no, sorry, I just realized I haven't actually tuned that down, so I might need to add a little bit more music to my library so everyone can actually listen to the sweet music while I'm talking. Because why not? Alright, so that's something on my to-do list when it comes to doing live streams like these again, to make sure that we do have more music to add to the list. Otherwise, it'll be 2 hours of me rambling and not listening to any music at all. Which we don't want that, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want that. Like, you want to have some music while you're listening to, while you're doing some work. Alright, let's actually move that across. And let's actually shrink that a bit. Let's actually shrink it. There we go. Bring it across. Okay, now we don't want to actually overcross that section there. We want it to be right there. There we go, yeah. So I'm actually, I'm a little bit nitpicky when it comes to level design because I want to make sure that each segment has its own separate path. Like its own separate walls, because some of them are like part of buildings, are like part of alleyways, if you catch my drift, and some particular segments are going to be buildings that will require some particular people where it requires the 3 characters to actually go in and have a little bit of fun to actually go in. That's why I think, let's have a look. That's why in another level that I have made, the actual level 2 or level 1, this is where Planetary, Insomniac, and Hunter ability truly shine. Because this particular level is a 2-section level. Like, you start off with the bottom level. So pretty much the alleyway, and you have to actually find specific keys that actually will work and actually get you to the other segment. So there's particularly 8 enemies, 4 lights, 4 heavies, 10 enemies, 8 lights, 2 heavies. There's also one particular area where Insomnia is reliant to actually get across and stealth to actually get one particular key. There's also one section where Planetary has to actually use precise aiming to actually take out the enemies that are across the other side of the level. So yeah. And then once they actually get the key, they have to head back to where they started. And they actually have to go to the right to unlock that door, and then they have to wait till all 3 of them are close, like conjoined, before they actually move up to the next segment. So there is a limited, there is a bit of a limiter to it. Like, you can't rely on one character to get to the end. You have to have all 3 characters to get to the end. So I'm actually thinking of adding a follow and split command, where you can actually switch characters without a doubt, but once the character you activated is activated and in control, each of the 3 characters will have that button prompt, the D-pad, or say for instance Y. Y will be a callback. It will be a callback or split. Will be a follow or split command. Where follow means the character will follow the active player. And the split, meaning you're actually allowing your characters to split and go do what they need to do. And there will be also one command called the callback. Either holding down the D-pad or pressing U, you'll actually, all the characters will instantly come back to the one active player. Oh, god damn, my throat is actually getting a little bit croaky, but because I've been talking a lot lately. God damn. But yeah, that's the whole ideal of Project TT, is to give the player the ability to switch of the 3 characters, to give them variety, to let them have their own fun, go into different areas with different characters and do multiple tasks with multiple characters. But also, yet the drawback is if your character dies, or in other case get knocked out by the demons, that the remaining characters have to come back, have to go after the character that has fallen and actually bring them back up, revive them back up. Or in any case, if it's hardcore mode, if your character dies, they're gone. They will be out until you finish the level, which I might need to implement that a little bit. But for now, easy, normal, and hard will be just once your character is knocked out, you have to revive them back. You have to find a way to revive them back up. Or if they're knocked out, you have to, completely knocked out, you have to wait for a good, let's say, 30 seconds or a minute and a half, depending on the difficulty. So that's the whole idea of Project TT, is to actually give that kind of challenge for the player. Give it the variety, but also yet the challenge that goes with it for each characters. As explained in the in the page that I've just showed to everyone on Twitch, which, mind you, do not take it, please. This is something that holds dear to me. This is something that I hold dear, and I actually want to make sure this game is good. I have to go now. Got some chores I got to do. Enjoy the stream and cool project of yours. No worries, Ryan J, man. I'm actually about to hit that mark as well, so I might as well wrap things up as well, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'd like to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, as well, because even though it's not past my 2-hour mark, but if I try and continue on, it's more likely going to take over 2 hours. So probably next Saturday I will actually you'll be seeing the full completion of the level, especially the building. So what you see now is what you see, but during my off time of the streaming, I'll actually be working on this a little bit more better. So everything will be done, completed. The barrier will be completed, the building will be completed, some areas will be completed, and might be some pixel art somewhere along the line. If not, then we might be working on some pixel art somewhere along the line. But yeah, I'd like to say it's actually been quite a journey to actually show you guys my project that I'm actually working on, especially on a Saturday like this. And I'm actually greatly pleased that I'm about to do this that I'm about to make this game for everyone. And hopefully, once the prototype is all sorted, I might get some people to jump in and help me out with the coding and the art a little bit more better. Specifically, pixel artists as well. And also, Joel Gogo, if you're here, I might be calling you out. For a little bit of a helping hand for a bit of for the cover art. So when you do hear from me, it will be more of helping me out with the cover art, but also for the character as well. In the future, not now, but in the future. I'm not going to put the load on you right now because it would be a bit too much. But anyway. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking around, and thank you for watching the live stream, either both live or on the post stream. It actually really does mean that much to me that you actually are enjoying the streams and actually having a bit of a blast watching even me doing my gameplays or me doing this right now, doing projects, and actually interacting with you guys and having a little bit of fun and getting to know you guys a little bit more, and actually hearing your stories as well, especially mine as well. But without further doubt, I'd like to say thank you as well for watching. If you're new to the channel, both YouTube and also on Twitch, because I'm casting a wide net on both platforms to see if I can actually get the audience gathered together. If you're new to the channel, both on Twitch and YouTube, feel free to follow me on Twitch and also subscribe to me on YouTube as well, so you can keep up to date every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, just as I realised that. Where I will be doing either gameplays on Thursday and Friday, both retro and modern, and Wednesday will be either multiplayer madness or some speedrun madness, and Saturday, like today, will be the Just Chat, where I'll be doing even my work on the game development, or actually be writing out my script or doing some pixel art somewhere along the line. It will actually mean that much. But if you're also, keep an eye out on the Planetary's Throwback on the Planetary Ashes YouTube channel as well, where I'll be working on Dead Rising 2. And hopefully I might be able to get that out sooner or later. But you can also find me in any other social media as well. You can find me at any social media as well. You can find me on Planetary Ashes on Instagram, at Planetary Ashes YT for Twitter, Planetary Ashes Facebook page as well, but also at Planetary Ashes on TikTok as well, where I'll be posting highlights of some awesome clips, but also we'll be also posting highlights of the Just Chat Saturdays, where I'll be doing game developments to show you what I've been working on, and also be posting highlights of what I've been up to on my downtime off from streaming from the game project. But I'd like to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you have enjoyed your time traveling journey, one game at a time. But until then, this is Planetary signing off, And I'll see you guys next time. Ta-ta!